When you're donating to like college universities, some of those have been reduced. The WGVU credit has been
bye-bye.
Yeah, that extra dollar that you got on the state return was taken away this year, unfortunately.
Well, people donate because they believe in the cause. Let's just put that way.
So.
You bet. Let's open up the payroll tax relief topic here, Nick.
So I would say this probably impacted probably almost anybody who earns a paycheck this year. This is probably the most significant increase in taxes that you're going to see. There was previously, I guess, a tax holiday, which reduced the amount of your payroll tax. So you make $100, your payroll tax is going to be 2%. Now it's going to be 4%. So your tax rate has increased on your payroll tax, which is going to, I guess, affect your bottom line. Nothing you can really do about it. If you're making money, you're going to see less of it this year.
Wanted to talk healthcare reform, Dave? What's important?
Definitely.
There are changes for 2013 here, right?
There are definitely some changes in the healthcare reform. One of the things that we've had is these flexible spending accounts, or Section 125 plans. It's where an employer sponsors a plan, an employee can put in money into this plan, and throughout the year they have medical expenses that they can then get reimbursed as they have these medical expenses that aren't covered by insurance. And we used to be able to put in a significant amount of money into those plans, unlimited. Now we're limited to $2,500 that we can put into those plans to then get reimbursed. So that's a big change there. One of the other things that Obamacare, this plan really did to, I would say, high-income wage earners, and high income means a lot of things. There was a big debate. Was that 200, 300, 400,000? And I think we put in 3 different new tiers of high income into the tax law this past year. But one of the additional taxes that wage earners over $200,000 are going to pay an additional 0.9% Medicare tax, some additional tax going in to support our Medicare system. So that's a big deal for those high wage earner people that they've got to deal with now. So one of the other things that if you're under the age of 65, they've also increased the itemized deduction for medical expenses. So in the past it was 7.5%. Anything over that you could take as a deduction on Schedule A, and now they've increased that to 10% in 2013. These are all 2013
so
taxes.
Worry about this next year.
So this is something that, you have to be aware of for 2013.
Does that include a new tax on investment income? It seems to be going up.
That is probably the biggest item that's really hit people in 2013. A lot of people were making some year-end planning at the end of 2012, selling a lot of their investments, taking some gains, because any unearned investment income, whether it be an investment in a partnership, corporation, if it's passive or dividends, interest, there's an additional 3.8% tax for, again, high-income wage earners. So not everybody's going to get hit with that. Well, I should say most people will get hit with that at the end of the day, because you're going to pay the lesser of 3.8% of your passive gains. So you will get stuck with that. But then there's people that are going to make more than $250,000 that could also, any amount over that, they could also be paying some additional 3.8% tax. So there's 2 different ways you could pay on it. You could pay on it just because you're over $250,000, or you could get stuck just because you have unearned income, which again is your investment income, your dividends, your gains, and your investments.
Yep, that's that fine print will get us, won't it? Let's open up the door to the fiscal cliff. First of all, remind us of what just happened, and there were some provisions that were set to expire, Nick, for 2012.
Sure. So I guess we'll just go into the history of the fiscal cliff. As Congresses want to do, waited to the last minute. I think actually they passed the last minute and went into January to make their changes for 2012. So with that being said, they actually did some good things. A lot of the credits that many Americans rely on were set to expire. They extended them. For instance, the bonus depreciation. If you place an asset into service for your business, you can expense 50% of that, half of it, immediately. which is very helpful.
Great. Put a pause on that.
Sure.
Let's take a question from this caller. Hi, caller. What's your question, please?
Hi, Shelley. I just recently graduated from college, and I really don't have any money, extra money to spend on somebody doing my taxes. I want to do them myself this year, so where can I start?
Well, not to put you guys out of business, but Dave, what does one do that has to be economically savvy here?
So there's a couple of different things, and I've got a couple of kids that are